Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we are going to talk through the Wim Hof method, Activate Your Full Human Potential by Wim Hof, published in 2020. But before we start, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you never miss any of our upcoming videos. Okay, let's get started. In this preface, the author introduces the concept of unlocking the power of the mind to achieve various health benefits. He discusses the loss of our innate abilities due to technological advancements and how his method, based on cold exposure, conscious breathing, and the power of the mind, can reawaken these abilities. The author shares his accomplishments, including setting Guinness World Records, to emphasize that anyone can achieve similar feats. He mentions the accessibility of his method and its ability to address various health conditions. The author invites readers to take control of their bodies and lives by utilizing the power of their own minds. He concludes by promising to share his story, the details of his method, and examples of its successful practitioners in the following pages. The opening chapter discusses Hof's upbringing in a devout Catholic household and their lack of connection to church. Despite feeling bored, his mother insisted on attending church every Sunday. As a result, he grew up with a sense of being different and began to develop their own beliefs and values. At 13, the author embraced vegetarianism after realizing the cruelty of the meat industry. This decision further set him apart from societal norms. The chapter also reflects on their experiences delivering newspapers in their hometown, discussing the discipline and strength it instilled in them. They recount a bicycle journey to Spain and the transformative effect it had on their connection to nature and themselves. Hof emphasizes the importance of following one's own path and finding purpose in life. The narrative reflects on his experiences with his friend Wolfgang and their deep conversations during a bicycle trip through France and Spain. He recalls feeling a sense of liberation and discovering his own inner wisdom and purpose during this time, living as a squatter in the Netherlands, where he found true freedom and creative expression. It was during this period that he began experimenting with cold water immersion and breath control, ultimately leading to the development of his unique ability to withstand extreme cold. The author emphasizes the importance of accessing our innate power and challenging societal conditioning to live a more authentic and fulfilling life. He also highlights the detrimental effects of modern comfort and the need to reconnect with nature and our natural instincts. Through his experiences, Hof suggests that we can tap into our true potential and overcome limitations by embracing the power of our minds and bodies. Cold showers are a simple and effective method to improve vascular fitness and overall well-being. Initially, the shock of the cold water may be uncomfortable, but with repeated exposure, the body adjusts and begins to crave the sensation. Taking cold showers activates and exercises the millions of muscles in the vascular system, leading to a decrease in heart rate and stress levels. By training the body with cold exposure, one can achieve control over their vascular system and experience benefits such as increased energy and improved blood flow. Starting with just 30 seconds of cold water at the end of a warm shower and gradually increasing the exposure over time can lead to optimal vascular tone and greater control over physiological responses. This practice can also help in managing stress and achieving a sense of deep peace. Overall, cold showers offer a gateway to improved flow, energy, and mind-body connection. The power of the mind and the impact of cold showers on our brain and body is discussed. The author shares their experience participating in a study where brain scans were conducted while subjects were exposed to ice-cold water. Through their own experiments and practices, they were able to raise their skin temperature by using their mind. Hof emphasizes the importance of trusting oneself and having confidence in our own abilities. They believe that by tapping into the power of our minds, we can regulate our emotions, deal with mental health issues, and unlock our true potential. He also discusses the connection between our mind, body, and breath, and how engaging in cold showers can help us access the deeper parts of our brains and improve our overall well-being. The book also discusses how to develop the ability to control the mind through simple techniques and scientific evidence. It introduces the concept of using cold showers as a means to harness the innate capacity of the mind. The author explains a step-by-step exercise to improve blood flow and overcome cold hands or feet. Additionally, he explores the impact of breathing techniques on the body's biochemistry and neurological functions. By practicing deep breathing and holding the breath, individuals can regulate their mood, emotions, and body temperature, as well as suppress inflammation. The author emphasizes the importance of proper technique and safety precautions while performing the exercises. The ultimate goal is to tap into the body's natural ability to heal and achieve optimal health and well-being. Wim Hof method, a breathing technique that has various health benefits. The writer explains that the breath is like a mirror, showing us our body's state and helping us regulate it. The method involves deep breathing exercises, holding the breath, and a recovery breath. Practicing this method can strengthen the body, increase mental clarity, and reduce stress. He shares a personal experience of using the method to climb Mount Kilimanjaro in a short amount of time, defying experts' expectations. Hof also suggests additional breathing exercises for high altitudes and relieving altitude headaches. Conscious breathing has the ability to regulate and manipulate our biochemistry, leading to improved health and well-being. The book discusses the power of the breath, exposure to cold, and mindset to improve overall health and well-being. By practicing the breathing exercises, one can alkalize the body and reduce inflammation, while also regulating the nervous system. Cold exposure trains the vascular system and allows for control over blood flow. The author shares personal experiences, such as using the breathing techniques to alleviate hangover symptoms. The power of the mind is highlighted as the third pillar of the method, allowing one to tap into their inner power and achieve physical and mental benefits. He emphasizes the need for commitment, confidence, and mindset in order to fully benefit from the method. Ultimately, he encourages individuals to embrace their inner nature and recognize the infinite potential within themselves. Hof discusses the journey and experiences in harnessing the power of his mind and body. He explains that true happiness comes from within, and that through the power of love, we can heal the world. He recounts a time when he set a world record for cold endurance by spending time in ice, and how he amazed doctors and scientists with his ability to raise his body temperature through the power of his mind. He also shares his experiences in meditating and conducting experiments on his vagus nerve, which has traditionally been believed to be beyond conscious control. The author's message is that anyone can tap into their innate abilities and achieve remarkable feats by harnessing the power of the mind. The author also describes his experiences participating in various scientific experiments. He recounts his visit to the hypothermia lab in Minnesota, where he amazed the physiologists by maintaining his core body temperature in ice-cold water. He receives the results of an experiment at the Feinstein Institute that showed he was controlling his vagus nerve, which has implications for controlling inflammation and treating various diseases. Despite plans to conduct further experiments, the research does not continue. Eventually, Hof participates in an experiment at Circus of Thoughts in Amsterdam, where he demonstrates his ability to control his core body temperature and suppress inflammatory markers in his blood. This experiment is published in prestigious scientific journals, providing evidence for his abilities. He then trains a panel of 12 men who also demonstrate the same capabilities, further supporting the scientific validity of his methods. Hof also discusses his frustration with the scientific establishment's lack of interest in his groundbreaking findings. He claims to have proven that a panel of 12 subjects using his method were able to tap into their autonomic nervous systems and successfully battle and suppress inflammation. Despite his expectations of inspiring further experiments and investigations and receiving recognition, he was disappointed by the slow response. Nevertheless, he emphasizes that he doesn't need external validation and expresses his mission to reveal and share the truth about human capabilities. Hof also shares his experiences of pushing himself to his limits in extreme environments, such as climbing mountains and enduring freezing temperatures, and how it has strengthened his mind and resilience. He promotes the power of the mind, self-love, and the importance of venturing beyond one's comfort zone. Cold exposure has effect on Hof's control over his instincts and emotions. He would visit a park daily, undress, and immerse himself in cold water, practicing deep breathing and meditation. This practice gave him a sense of peace and power, allowing him to remain in control and perform physical feats. During this time, he met a woman named Olaya and fell in love with her. They had a platonic relationship for about a year before becoming lovers. They had a son, Anam, and eventually 2 more children, Isabel and Laura. Due to financial difficulties and Olaya's deteriorating mental state, they had to leave their home in Spain and return to the Netherlands. The author recounts his personal journey of struggle and resilience. He faced difficult circumstances, including financial instability and a partner battling depression, but found solace in nature and his children. Working as a canyoneering guide and tree climbing instructor, he discovered the healing power of cold water and breathing exercises. These practices helped him overcome his own grief and maintain his mental and physical well-being. Inspired by his own experiences, he developed a method that combines cold exposure, breathing techniques, and a positive mindset to promote health and happiness. The author shares this method with others, including U.S. Navy SEALs, and emphasizes the importance of understanding one's true nature and finding inner peace in order to thrive in a challenging world. Hof discusses the transformative nature of the Wim Hof method, WHM, and its ability to help individuals achieve strength, health, and happiness. It highlights the positive impact of the method on individuals suffering from autoimmune conditions like Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis, reducing inflammation and the need for medication. The story of a Dutch blacksmith, Henk van den Berg, who overcame severe rheumatoid arthritis through the WHM, is shared, emphasizing the potential of the method for alleviating symptoms and even eliminating diseases like arthritis. He also mentions the lack of interest from the medical establishment in exploring the method further, suggesting that it poses a threat to the existing healthcare order and the pharmaceutical industry. However, he believes in the efficacy of the method and its potential to empower individuals to take control of their health. Hof discusses the potential impact of his method on the pharmaceutical industry and insurance companies. By suppressing the Illinois 6 inflammatory protein naturally, the method could offer a more affordable and drug-free solution for millions of people suffering from autoimmune diseases. He highlights the potential savings and the positive impact that these savings could have if reinvested in important causes. Several personal stories are shared throughout the chapter to illustrate the transformative power of the WHM, including individuals with multiple sclerosis and Lyme disease who were able to improve their well-being and achieve remarkable feats. Hof emphasizes the importance of personal responsibility and the desire to help others, ultimately encouraging readers to embrace the WHM as a pathway to happiness, strength, and health. The book discusses the benefits of practicing the Wim Hof method for various purposes, including breast cancer recovery, athletic performance, and disease resistance. The author shares personal experiences of using the method during her cancer treatment and noticing positive effects on her energy levels. The method involves breathing exercises that increase the production of adenosine triphosphate, ATP, molecules, which provide energy for the body's biological processes. This increased energy can enhance athletic performance, improve recovery and endurance, and aid in disease recovery. The author also suggests that the method can be helpful for professional athletes, as it allows them to regulate their heart rate and perform at their best. Additionally, Hof's book mentions the potential application of the method in healthcare settings to aid in patients' rehabilitation and overall well-being. Hof also mentions the benefits of the Wim Hof method, particularly in relation to athletic performance and sexual performance. The method involves a specific breathing technique that improves aerobic capacity, aids in recovery, and allows athletes to perform better. It also enhances sexual experiences by increasing stamina and control. The author provides examples of individuals who have experienced significant improvements in their physical abilities, such as being able to do more push-ups or hold physically demanding positions for longer periods of time. The author emphasizes that the method is not only for elite athletes, but can benefit anyone, including those with health issues. Overall, he believes that the Wim Hof method has the potential to change the world and challenges traditional scientific beliefs. Despite initial skepticism and framing of the author as an anomaly, the research published on the method gave it credibility. The author's ability to activate and use brown fat for heat generation was a significant finding. Hof's book also mentions studies conducted on the method's effectiveness in alleviating symptoms of arthritis, driving cancer into remission, and managing chronic pain. Additionally, the WHM is recommended as an official therapy for axial spondylitis by the Academic Medical Center. Other studies explore its potential benefits on mental health, including its effect on brain activity in patients with depression. He emphasizes the importance of further research to understand the method's full potential and challenges the medical establishment to embrace alternative approaches to healing. Hof, known as the Iceman, introduces his daily life and mission. He is a father of 6, with 4 of his children working with him. The chapter reflects on the privilege of working with his children and how they now serve the same mission. He also discusses his love for his 2-year-old son and the impact of his previous breakup on his life. The Iceman believes that the human body and mind are capable of extraordinary things and that disease and illness are not normal or inevitable. He believes that through his method, which involves breathing techniques and exposure to cold, people can transform their health and well-being. The Iceman emphasizes the importance of embracing intuition and breaking free from dogma and doctrine. He also reflects on the scientific validation and global spread of his method. The chapter concludes with the Iceman's belief in the power of breathing and his daily routine, including his love for challenging physical feats and his belief in the innate abilities of the human body. Additionally, he mentions the influence of ancestral burden on our genetic code and the new understanding of DNA influence. The author also discusses the concept of hormesis, which suggests that small amounts of harmful substances can have beneficial effects on organisms. He claims to have conducted experiments demonstrating the conscious influence over the autonomic nervous system and the ability to control gene expressions. The potential implications of this research include disease prevention and treatment, as well as altering our genetic destiny. The author also discusses the importance of reconnecting with nature and the ability to free the spirits of past ancestors through genetic healing. He mentions the work of Dr. Pierre Capel and Dr. Elissa Eppel, who are conducting research to further validate his claims. Also, a personal account is shared from someone who has experienced the benefits of the Wim Hof method in managing bipolar disorder. The Wim Hof method is described as a way to clear ancestral trauma by influencing gene expression and eliminating undesired genetic outcomes. The method allows individuals to suppress inflammation, activate chaperone proteins, and protect cells from undesired gene expressions. By examining and analyzing gene expressions throughout generations, individuals can address and edit the physical structure of their DNA to free it from hereditary trauma. Similar to psychotherapy, distance is necessary to address emotional trauma, and the same concept applies to healing genetic trauma. The method also highlights the connection between cold exposure and trauma, explaining that just as trauma is stored and dealt with later, the initial shock of cold water is converted into a pleasurable sensation over time. This same principle can be applied to dealing with traumatic gene expressions. The writer emphasizes the power of the method to reconnect individuals with their true nature and the light within them, allowing them to achieve happiness, strength, and health. It also suggests that by tapping into the subconscious mind and developing conscious awareness, individuals can gain control over their senses and unlock their true potential. Hof's book also discusses the concept of the sixth sense, which is referred to as confidence. It is described as the absolute belief in one's own nature, destiny, and purpose. This sense provides clarity, transcends doubt, and allows for focused action. The story of the 5 brothers and the archery lesson is used as a metaphor to emphasize the importance of focusing on the target rather than getting distracted by external factors. The book also introduces the concepts of proprioception and interoception as additional senses. Proprioception refers to body awareness and movement, while interoception refers to awareness of internal bodily processes. Practices like yoga and deep breathing can enhance these senses and allow for conscious control over involuntary bodily functions. The writer highlights the potential of harnessing these senses to improve physical and mental health, overcome stress, and discover one's purpose in life. Hof discusses his belief in the eternal energy and consciousness that exists beyond death. He explains how the practice of cold exposure and breath control has helped him find spiritual awareness and connection to something greater. He also emphasizes the importance of simplicity and listening to one's inner voice, rather than relying solely on intellectual knowledge or external distractions. Cold exposure is beneficial in relieving stress and cultivating a sense of calm and control in challenging situations. The author shares a personal experience on Mount Everest to illustrate the power of the mind and breath in maintaining composure and managing stress. Hof emphasizes the importance of connecting with our spiritual selves and finding balance in life. They argue that we have become disconnected from our own happiness, strength, and health, despite our advancements in technology. By tapping into our inner spirit and directing its light toward others, we can experience love and achieve spiritual enlightenment. Hof also discusses the power of breath and its ability to cleanse emotional trauma and bring us closer to our true selves. He encouraged readers to